The 1970s was a golden era of American music, when radio, vinyl records, and disco dance floors brought rock, pop, funk, and disco to millions of people. During that era, there were artists who created a worldwide sensation with just one song and became unforgettable memories for generations. Let's explore 15 one-hit wonders from the 1970s. Everyone still remembers the iconic hits that made music history. Number 1. Hooked on a Feeling, Blue Swede, 1973. First released in 1968 by B.J. Thomas, Hooked on a Feeling only truly became a global phenomenon when the Swedish band Blue Swede covered it in 1973. This version was arranged in an energetic pop-rock style, especially drawing attention with the unique Ooga Chaka chant at the beginning. The song quickly dominated the Billboard Hot 100 chart and reached number 1 in the United States in 1974. This success made Blue Swede a familiar name in the international music scene. However, after this one major hit, the group was unable to maintain its long-lasting popularity. Despite their short-lived career, Hooked on a Feeling continues to live on and remains loved by generations of listeners, especially after appearing in the film Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 2. Play That Funky Music, Wild Cherry, 1976. Play That Funky Music was born during a time when disco and funk were rapidly exploding in popularity in the mid-1970s. The song was written by Rob Parisi, the leader of the band Wild Cherry, after he heard black audience members at a club asking the group to play funk music instead of rock. Inspired by the phrase, "Play that funky music, white boy," Parisi transformed it into one of the biggest hits of 1976. The song quickly reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and earned prestigious music awards. However, Wild Cherry was unable to create another success of the same magnitude afterward. Although the band broke up in the late 1970s, Play That Funky Music remains an immortal symbol of funk music and continues to appear in classic music collections. Number 3. My Sharona, The Knack, 1979. My Sharona was the song that transformed The Knack from unknown musicians into a music sensation in a very short period of time. The song was written by Doug Fieger and Burton Avere, inspired by Fieger's real-life romance with Sharona Alperin, a young woman he met in Los Angeles. With its powerful guitar riffs, catchy rhythm, and style reminiscent of early rock and roll, the song quickly became a phenomenon in 1979. My Sharona stayed at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 6 weeks and became the best-selling single in America that year. However, the enormous success also became a burden for The Knack. Their following albums failed to meet expectations, causing the group to gradually disappear from the spotlight. Nevertheless, My Sharona remains one of the most defining hits of the late 1970s. Number 4. Seasons in the Sun, Terry Jacks, 1974.
Goodbye to you, my trusted friend.
Seasons in the Sun is one of the most famous sad songs of the 1970s. The song was adapted from the French song Le Moribond by Jacques Brel and later received English lyrics from Rod McEwen. Terry Jacks recorded his own version with a gentle and emotional delivery, telling the story of a final farewell before leaving this world.
We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun.
When released in 1974, the song quickly touched the hearts of audiences and reached number 1 on charts in many countries, including the United States and the United Kingdom. This enormous success turned Terry Jacks into an international star. However, he was unable to repeat this achievement with his later releases. Afterward, Jax focused more on music production and environmental protection activities. Seasons in the Sun remains an unforgettable musical memory for many generations. Number 5. Kung Fu Fighting, Carl Douglas, 1974. Kung Fu Fighting was a unique disco song that combined the growing Western fascination with Asian martial arts following the success of Kung Fu films. The song was written and performed by Carl Douglas, a Jamaican-born British singer. At first, Douglas viewed it simply as a fun and playful song, but its energetic melody and memorable chorus quickly attracted listeners.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
In 1974, the song became a worldwide sensation, reaching number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and selling millions of copies around the world. This success turned Carl Douglas into a famous disco star. However, he was unable to create another major hit afterward. Although his music career did not remain at its peak for long, Kung Fu Fighting continues to be one of the most memorable disco songs in history. Number 6. The Hustle, Van McCoy, 1975. The Hustle is one of the most iconic disco songs of the 1970s, released at exactly the time when dance floors around the world were beginning to explode in popularity. The song was written by Van McCoy, a talented songwriter and producer who had already worked on many successful music projects. Inspired by the dance craze of the same name that was becoming popular in New York clubs, McCoy created a joyful, memorable, and energetic instrumental track. In 1975, The Hustle quickly climbed to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and helped Van McCoy win a Grammy Award for Best Instrumental Composition. However, although he was a respected figure in the music industry, he was never able to achieve another commercial success as massive as The Hustle. Van McCoy passed away in 1979, but this song remains one of the greatest symbols of the disco era. Number 7. Brandy, You're a Fine Girl, Looking Glass, 1972.
There's a port on a western bay and it's
Brandy, You're a Fine Girl was the biggest hit of the band Looking Glass and one of the most beloved storytelling songs of the early 1970s. The song was written by Elliot Lurie, the group's lead singer and guitarist, telling the story of a woman who works at a harbor and her unfulfilled love for a sailor who cannot stay with her. The gentle melody combined with vivid storytelling lyrics quickly captured the hearts of listeners. In 1972, the song reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became one of the most memorable songs of its era. However, Looking Glass was unable to maintain its success afterward and disbanded only a few years later. Elliot Lurie continued working in music and film, but Brandy remains the unforgettable signature song of his career. Number 8. The Night Chicago Died, Paper Lace, 1974.
in the heat of a summer night.
The Night Chicago Died is a story-driven song that portrays a fictional battle between Chicago police and a criminal gang during the Prohibition era. The song was written by British songwriting duo Mitch Murray and Peter Callender, inspired by the legendary image of the Al Capone era, although many details in the song were not historically accurate. Performed by the band Paper Lace, the song quickly gained attention because of its dramatic melody and unforgettable chorus. In 1974, the song reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the United States and became an international sensation. However, Paper Lace was unable to produce another major hit in America. After several years of performing, the group gradually disappeared from the spotlight. Even so, The Night Chicago Died remains one of the most successful storytelling songs of the 1970s. Number 9. Escape, the Piña Colada song. Rupert Holmes, 1979.
I was tired of my lady. We'd been together too long.
Escape, better known to audiences as the Piña Colada song, is one of the most unexpected and fascinating hits of the late 1970s. The song was written by Rupert Holmes when he wanted to create a modern love story filled with humor and surprise. The song tells the story of a man who becomes bored in his relationship, searches for romance through a newspaper personal ad, and discovers that the person responding to him is actually his own partner. With its gentle pop melody and unique lyrics, the song quickly became a phenomenon in 1979, reaching number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. This success made Rupert Holmes an international music star. However, he did not continue pursuing a career as a mainstream singer, and instead shifted his focus toward writing plays, musicals, and literature. Escape remains the most famous work of his diverse career. Number 10. Video Killed the Radio Star, The Buggles, 1979. Video Killed the Radio Star was not only a famous hit song, but also a historic moment in the music industry. The song was written by Trevor Horn, Jeff Downes, and Bruce Woolley, describing the changes in music as video technology began influencing traditional artists. With its innovative synth-pop sound, the song became a symbol of the transition from radio to music television. In 1979, the song reached number 1 in many countries and became especially famous as the first music video ever broadcast on the television channel MTV in 1981. After this success, the Buggles quickly disbanded as the members pursued other projects. Trevor Horn went on to become one of the most successful music producers, but Video Killed the Radio Star remains the group's greatest legacy in pop music history. Number 11. Stuck in the Middle with You, Stealers Wheel, 1973. Stuck in the Middle with You was the most famous song by the Scottish band Stealers Wheel, written by the group's 2 main members, Gerry Rafferty and Joe Egan. The song was created during the early years of the band's career, featuring a gentle folk rock sound combined with a catchy pop melody. Many listeners initially assumed the song was inspired by a romantic story, but the lyrics actually describe the uncomfortable feeling of being trapped in the middle of a competitive music environment. When released in 1973, the song quickly became a major hit, reaching the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 and selling millions of copies worldwide. However, Stealers Wheel was unable to maintain long-term success and disbanded in the mid-1970s. Gerry Rafferty later achieved success as a solo artist with Baker Street, but Stuck in the Middle with You remains the song the band is best remembered for. Number 12. Boogie, Oogie, Oogie, A Taste of Honey, 1978. Boogie, Oogie, Oogie was the song that turned the female band A Taste of Honey into one of the most memorable acts of the late 1970s disco era. The song was written by Janice Marie Johnson and Perry Kibble, featuring an energetic melody that perfectly matched the exciting atmosphere of the disco dance floors of the time. When released in 1978, the song quickly became a sensation, reaching number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and selling millions of copies. This success helped A Taste of Honey win the Grammy Award for Best New Artist in 1979. However, the group was unable to create another hit with the same level of impact afterward. the band gradually stepped away from the spotlight. But Boogie, Oogie, Oogie remains one of the greatest disco classics, frequently appearing in dance music collections from the 1970s. Number 13. Pop music, M, 1979. Pop music was one of the strangest and most innovative songs of the late 1970s, marking the transition from disco toward electronic music and new wave. The song was written by Robin Scott, a British artist who performed under the stage name M. With its unique synthesizer sounds, electronic rhythm, and lyrics about the evolution of popular music, pop music quickly captured the attention of audiences. In 1979, the song became a worldwide phenomenon, reaching #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the United States and topping charts in several other countries. However, Robin Scott was unable to recreate the same level of commercial success in the following years. He continued writing music and experimenting with different styles, but never reached the same level of fame again. Even so, pop music remains a pioneering song that helped open the door for the rise of electronic music in the 1980s. Number 14. Afternoon Delight, Starland Vocal Band, 1976.
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some air.
Afternoon Delight was the unexpected hit that turned Starland Vocal Band into a sensation during the summer of 1976. The song was written by Bill Danoff, who had previously co-written the famous hit Take Me Home Country Roads with John Denver. With its gentle melody, unique vocal harmonies, and cleverly suggestive lyrics, the song quickly attracted the attention of listeners. Afternoon Delight reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and helped the group win 2 Grammy Awards, including Best New Artist. However, the enormous success of the song also became a challenge, as the group's later releases failed to receive the same level of attention. Starland Vocal Band broke up in the late 1970s, but the song continues to be remembered as one of the most distinctive hits of the soft rock era. Number 15. Brand New Key, Melanie, 1971.
I rode my bicycle past your window last night.
Brand New Key was one of the most unique and unforgettable songs of the early 1970s, written and performed by Melanie Safka, known simply as Melanie. Before achieving this hit, Melanie was already recognized as a talented folk singer and had performed at the legendary Woodstock Music Festival in 1969. Brand New Key was created from a simple idea about a girl with roller skates and a new key, but its cheerful melody and charming performance style quickly won over audiences. In 1971, the song reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became the biggest hit of Melanie's career. After this success, she continued writing and performing music for many decades, although she never achieved another commercial phenomenon of the same scale. Brand New Key remains a perfect example of how ordinary stories can be transformed into lively and memorable music.
I think that we should get together and try them all to see.
These songs were not just one-time hits, but also musical memories cherished by an entire generation. Even though these artists had only one moment in the spotlight, the one-hit wonders of the 1970s continue to live on in the hearts of music lovers. Thank you for joining us on this journey back to the golden era of music. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and continue following us for more unforgettable stories from the world of music.